for a fabulous dessert from my fabulous cookbook. We're going to start with some strawberries. And one thing that I like about strawberries is that they're very good for you. And they're also good medicinally. Do you know they actually contain the same salicylates that you find in aspirin? So if you're a headache sufferer, chopping up some fresh strawberries is really good for you. To make this recipe, which is my reverse cheesecake, you simply need just a few ingredients. As I said, it's very easy. The reason I call it a reverse cheesecake is because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking the strawberries and we're going to be stuffing them with the cream cheese mixture so that when you bite into the strawberry, you're going to get all the flavor and delight that you would from a cheesecake with only like 1/10 of the calories, because each of the strawberries, once completed, is only about 50 calories, which is about 1/10 of what you'd be getting from a slice of regular cheesecake. So you can enjoy all the rich and lush flavors that you can get from cheesecake without all the damaging calories and fat. First thing you're going to need is 8 ounces of Neufchâtel cheese. I use Neufchâtel because automatically it's 1/3 less fat and calories than regular cream cheese. And another thing about Neufchâtel is because it is lower in fat and calories, it's also softer right out of the refrigerator. To this, you're going to add about 3 tablespoons of plain old powdered sugar, right in there just like that. And then to this, all you're going to need to add is 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. I make my own, so I have the big jug. To make your own at home, all you need is some vodka and some really good, strong bourbon vanilla beans slit straight up the center. I usually throw about 6 in for 1/5 of vodka. I'm pretty generous, so I use a tablespoon measure that I don't fill quite full, just like that. I love the smell of vanilla. Making your own vanilla at home always enhances the flavor of everything you create, and so I highly recommend it because your friends will notice a difference in everything you bake, especially if you like to do cookies and cakes that require and really lean heavily on the flavor of vanilla to make them taste good. And we have this mixed really well. See, it goes together rather easily and quickly. You want it to be about this consistency, and it ends up looking about the consistency of a good frosting because we're going to be piping it into the strawberries. And in order to do that, you're going to take a parchment or a piping bag, and I like to use a tumbler because it acts as a third hand. It's very easy to do this way. Another thing I like to do is I like to take a plastic cup and snip it with just a plain pair of scissors so that you can take it as a ring or a sleeve, and you tuck it just like this in so that it holds open the cone for you, and it also keeps the end clean so that when you're going to pipe, you're not going to end up with your hands all yucky. And so we're going to go ahead and take this beautiful cheese mixture, and it does smell just like cheesecake. Another nice thing about this recipe is it requires no baking. You can do this at home with your children, or you can even ask your husband to do it, because it's that easy that anyone can make it. You pop that in just like so. And you want to knock it down. Pop this out. And then we're going to squish it down to get it into the bag. And then we're going to go ahead and set this aside because now we need our strawberries. What we're going to do with our strawberries is very simple. Washed and dried, and then you're going to take a strawberry and hull it. And you want to hull it wide by making a round circle so that you're giving yourself a divot. If you're a golfer, you know what a divot is. A little cavern in the strawberry. Another thing to do is to slice just the very bottom, and you want it nice and flat because you want the strawberry to stand up like so. Now we've got our strawberries all hulled and prepared. Now we can move on to the next step, which is to go ahead and pipe them. This is one of my favorite parts, and again, the children, if you have in your house, or if you have a husband who acts like a kid, you can invite him in to help you with this. You're simply going to grab a strawberry, and so you're going to put the piping right into the bottom and then fill it, and then to get the twist at the end, you want to just give it a quick twirl, just like that. And then what I like to do, and those of you at home might want to do too, is you can heat up some chocolate. There we go. Now this can be messy, so don't ever do it over a tablecloth you adore, because it is chocolate. And chocolate's not as easy to get as it looks. But I have found products that anything that removes grease will remove chocolate. And I do know this from experience too. There we go. Give this a nice little drizzle. So this smells divine. So there we have it. Your fabulous dessert from my fabulous